With the Brave Redux banner out and with this power creep we see just built into it, I think it's highlighting the problems that FE has right now. Greetings and salutations, killers. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I am excited about the new Brave Redux banner. It looks cool. It has some great heroes in it that people have been wanting forever, but there is a massive problem that this banner is just blowing the lid open on as far as I am concerned. And the power creep, a lot of people are pointing at the power creep and saying that that's the problem. It's not. The power creep is not the problem. I myself, unpopular opinion time, don't have a problem with power creep. It's not just like, oh, it's gonna happen. I like to see the game evolve and change, and if that means giving us new space to play around in, I love that. That's fantastic. So the power creep is not my issue with this. So you look at these powers, you see this blatant upgrade to Fortress Defense and Resistance, you see all of these new dual skills that are coming out, you see pluses at the end of skills that we've already had. This is a nice evolution of things to a degree. But it was coming. Here's the issue that I see with Fire Emblem Heroes right now, and it's gonna have a conclusion that makes you go, well, yeah, duh. So let me present this to you in a slightly roundabout way. We had Rally Defense come out to us as a brand new game mode, and with this brand new game mode, it was something that nobody seemed to like. I haven't talked with anybody that actually okay, I take that back. I found one YouTuber that liked it. Nobody else has liked Rally Defense. None of my friends. My wife, who just got back into Fire Emblem Heroes recently, is like, this is stupid. Although she does like the tap battle the most, so maybe her opinion's null and void. Regardless, there's this idea that IS keeps on hearing from people, and then it's like, oh, we need something different, we need something different, we need something different, and I'm a part of the voices saying that. Like, this game's getting so darn stale. So they tried to give us new content, but they're not trying hard enough. It really, except for Rally Defense, which is why I brought it up, a lot of it is stale. Like, they had a huge missed opportunity on the Blessed Garden. If you want to hear my whole rant on that, by the way, click on the card now or at the end of this video to know what hear what I like and don't like about the legendary heroes. The thing is that Rally Defense started to introduce something that actually was different. Now, why do I say that? You got to use multiple units. It was on a map that was large, but was not overly, like, intimidating, to be honest with you. You didn't have tons of units. You were trying to manage the aggro of all these things. You were trying to handle this, and it introduced a new mechanic where it warped your guys out, warped new ones in. To be honest with you, on paper, all of this sounds great. Rally Defense itself is just sort of meh. They don't seem to have a good idea with how to handle things. But Rally Defense, I think, is a good step. It just needed a lot more refinement. So what does Rally Defense and its creation and the lack of content have to do with this new banner, the Brave Redux, and what does that have to do with power creep? Well, here's the thing. They're giving us new spaces to play in with introducing a dual skill for colorless. They're giving us new spaces to play with, giving us this new Fortress Defense and Resistance. That's cool, but they're not doing it right. They're not giving it to enough people. I mean, between you and me and everybody else, we know that no one's going to get demoted on this banner, okay? All of these cool toys are going to stay in the hands of the whales, or in the lucky few here and there that get these heroes. I mean, it's definitely no joke that there's an adrenaline hit you get whenever you get a new unit, and it's definitely no joke that for a while, and I used to be in this camp. I haven't wailed on this game in a long time, but I used to wail on this game because it's like, yeah, I want to get all the new heroes because I want to have new toys, because I want to do the same darn content I've been doing for like a year, half, 2 years now, going on 2.5. I want to do all this content again, just with a new skill, because that's the only source of new entertainment this game seems to be giving us right now. Good Lord, IS. I mean, a lot of development work goes into whether or not you can introduce this new type of fortress defensive resistance skill into the game. A lot of research work and playtesting goes into whether or not you could go ahead and just give us all of these other skills. It's playtested. They see if it could fit into the game, and so that takes a lot of work. But not everybody's going to be touching that. That's not the portion of content in the game that everybody aspires to. No one sits there and goes, oh wow, I hope I just get a lucky roll one day and I get to see the top of the game. No, that shouldn't be the way that works. Sure, there should be some areas like Tier 21 Arena, if you will, that people go, oh yeah, I would love to be able to get into there. I just don't have the muscle. You know, you can build a... Okay, there's a small caveat here, but you could build a Tier 21 capable team with normal things that come to you through the game. You can go ahead and put that together. You might need to get a couple of lucky skills here and there, but otherwise, you can build that team with units that you can commonly pull. You have access to the Esker Trio, who's always in there. You can get a set of 3+10 units from the normal pool. You can get a couple of skills here and there that are going to help max out your scoring potential. You could go into Tier 21, at least back and forth, using free-to-play resources without it being a huge stretch. And you know what? That's a nice, obtainable goal. Saying, oh wow, I wish I could be one of those lucky players that has Fortress Defense and Resistance. That's garbage. That is stupid. They're not giving us any new place to play. It's a cool idea, just like Rally Defense, terribly implemented. Because I don't want to have to spend $225 on a game every other week just to have something new. I shouldn't have to do that. Okay, I don't have to do that, it's a game, but you know what I mean. So you have this scenario where they're spending all of their time and energy, it looks like, into something that not only are very few people going to see, but is something that's just not desirable. I mean, bigger numbers are always cool. Yes, it's going to make them money. People are going to be like complaining while they hand over dollar bill after dollar bill to IS, going, oh, I can't believe I have to pay for this power creep. This is terrible. As yeah, they're just like feeding their mortgage money into it. But on the other hand, it's not making the game any better. Let's take an example of like basically any other large game that you could think of. Like if you think of World of Warcraft, and you know you're sitting there in town and you see somebody walk by with the latest high tier raid armor, you're like, wow, that's incredible. You may never get there. I know I didn't play World of Warcraft for that many months, but I mean I played it for a while and I'm like, oh wow, level 60, that's incredible. Those people have some great raid gear. Yeah, I'm really old school, I'm sorry, but regardless, there was like this idea that there was like this not unobtainable, but like lofty position that you could get to where you had so much to look forward to because the game just sort of had this magical aura about it. That's the other way I can describe it. It felt like, wow, you know, there's a level 60 shaman. I wish I could be a level 60 shaman one day. Wow, there's a Jedi in the Star Wars Galaxies game. I wish I could be a Jedi, but that's so difficult to obtain. It wasn't impossible, but it was something that you didn't have to just buy. And not just buy, but luckily pull from a slot machine. The fact that new and divergent gameplay is coming directly from the gacha in this is really frustrating. And I think that is where the biggest missed opportunity is. They're coming out with things like Rally Defense that nobody likes. If you like it, please let me know down in the comments. I need to understand who you are. So if you come into this and you're like saying like, oh, okay, well this is cool, and then you start taking a look and you realize that you're already repeating these maps to begin with, and then you go into the Blessed Garden and you go get more repeat content. And then you go into this Rally Defense that only appears every couple weeks, which is okay. You're allowed to have cycling content. But there's just so much that's way too the same, and there's stuff that isn't the same. IS is falling hard on their face on. So I really, really hope that IS could get their crap together, because when it comes down to it, they're not offering anybody any compelling reasons to stay. If you are excited about Owen and everybody else that's coming out, that's great. I mean, like, I'm excited to be able to get the pull for them, but you know what? After my orbs are gone and I've leveled them to 40, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I don't know what I'm going to do in the game, because at this point in time, I'm building a bunch of units so that they can sit in my barracks and keep Alphonse company. That's it. So that's a little pessimistic of me to look at things, but what is your take on it? And also, as I promised, there's the card there for what my thoughts on Legendary Heroes. My name is Deltran. Thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate all of you, and until next time, take it easy.